There is that. You know what? We're gonna do the first video, the Bernie Sanders one.
Okay. Let me get rid
Yeah,
of this piece of shit.
I'm about to criticize Bernie while Devin's watching. That should be fun.
Huh.
This is him talking about Palestine and Israel
Boom.
and being completely backwards.
Okay.
All right, let's do this
That
shit.
Israel's response in Gaza in 2014 was, quote, disproportionate and led to the unnecessary loss of innocent life. What do you say to those who believe that Israel has a right to defend itself as it sees fit?
You know, as pretty much every other nation on the planet has been allowed to do for all of time ever.
You know, I'll say this because I like Bernie for some of his economic stuff. Definitely, I think he's a pretty stand-up guy. But his stance on Islam is quite shameful, and his stance on this particular issue as a Jew is even more shameful. I'm just gonna point that out. And yes, Israel has a right to defend itself. I don't see how you could even add caveats to that. They're under attack by terrorists.
Yeah, but you know, it's okay for us to defend ourselves, but
Well, as somebody who spent many months of my life when I was a kid in Israel, who has family in Israel.
so this would have been in the 40s or 50s?
Of course,
Yeah,
Israel
times have changed a little bit.
Yeah.
has a right not only to defend themselves, but to live in peace and security without fear of terrorist attack. That is not a debate.
But
Again, this is a really strange point to me because it's like that is such a given. Like, yeah, no shit, a country has the right to defend itself and live in peace and security. Why are we discussing this? Do we really need to regress that far and break it that far down? Like, oh yes, countries have the right to be sovereign and and defend themselves against attacks.
yeah, sadly
Thanks,
we
Bernie.
do have to go out of our way to say that. Have you seen what Europe talks about? I mean, have you seen the EU? These people don't think they're allowed to have any sort of nationalistic ideals.
And that's terrifying. That's the other extreme. And I think both need to be countered.
Seriously.
But what you just read, yeah, I do believe that. Israel was subjected to terrorist attacks, has every right in the world to destroy terrorism. But we had in the Gaza area, not a very large area, some 10,000 civilians who were wounded and some 1,500 who were killed. Now, if
Fuck me.
Oh,
Free Palestine! I stand with ISIS! Like, what the fuck? What the hell's going on in this audience?
it's again, it's the stance of like, oh, I didn't know war was going to be messy. I had no clue. It's like, yeah, yes, it is. I'm sorry. People get killed. Sometimes civilians get killed. Do you think that the highly trained Israeli army is going out of its way? You know what? Fuck civilians. We're gonna be the terrorists. Specifically target civilians. Fuck your citizens. But
Yeah,
no.
it's not that these people are well known for using human shields. It's not like these people are well known for hiding in densely populated areas in an attempt to not be attacked. No.
Ugh, it's fucking madness.
These aren't the same goddamn tactics we've been dealing with since fucking Vietnam that no one wants to address. Ever since they realized that we could be made to feel bad, every other
Yeah.
war has involved intentionally destroying civilian populations. That's how you get them to stop fighting.
Yep.
Fuck
And that's a point
me.
that
Wake up,
so
people.
It sounds bad, and not a lot of people want to acknowledge it. Our enemies, the armies opposing us, go out of their way to use this soft spot the West has against us, time and time again.
They have since after World War II.
Yeah, and they wouldn't do it if it wasn't working. It totally works.
It clearly works.
We're talking about this now like, oh my god, the poor Palestinians. No, fuck the Palestinians. You mean the people who are launching terrorist attacks? You mean the people who are backed by Hamas? Yeah, I'm really on their side.
Yeah, for real.
You're asking me, not just me, but countries all over the world, was that a disproportionate attack? The answer is I believe it was. And let me say something else.
Oops.
Oh, good.
Well, I have a
There's
question
this
then.
idea
No, I have a question then.
Well,
Where
fine.
does that limitation come into play? Where exactly do we draw that line? What is a disproportionate attack? How do you plan a responsive attack of equality?
Well, you see, you count how many of your people that they killed, and then you go kill an equal number. That's the mentality. Oh, Israel went over with a better army and happened to kill more people because the Palestinians are primitive, backwards, people who throw rocks. Yeah, no shit. The Israelis killed more people. Does that mean now they're the bad guys because they retaliated and more harm was done? Like,
Yeah,
no.
because I'm better
It's
at
like,
retaliating. That's like being mad at us for going into countries and bombing them after someone flew planes into buildings. Yeah, we probably killed more people than were killed in our country. Why? Because we're fucking better at it. You probably shouldn't poke the bear.
What's that thing that Sam Harris talked about where it was like, if you happen to see two people fighting in an alley and one person is punching back really hard, you don't know how this fight began. But it could have been that the person who's punching harder now was provoked. But
Just maybe.
instantly, we have this urge to side with the person who's doing the most, or side against the person doing the most damage. Sorry, go ahead, Hagbar.
I mean, do you know how many people I've seen that situation go down on? Where it's like, people that are getting into fights against their will and then win. That's the norm. Most of the people that can fight don't want to. Again, Israel's good at it, and you're mad at them for it. It's ridiculous. That's like that's
how
like
do you
calling
think that they
Israelis. They
survived
called the
as a country?
Israelis. They called the IDF racist when they tried to find rape cases because they couldn't. The IDF can't win. No matter what they do, they're going to be lambasted. It's ridiculous.
It's just such a dangerous topic to even try to bloviate about. Israel has survived because they're allies with us and other countries. They have a superior military and they have economic prosperity compared to a lot of countries in the region. What's the plan? Are we supposed to drag everyone down to equality? Oh, Israel, you have it too good. You need to live like the Palestinians.
Basically.
Let me say something else.
Thank you, Don. We can muzzle them.
As somebody who is 100% pro-Israel, in the long run, and this is not going to be easy, God only knows, but in the long run, if we are ever going to bring peace to that region which has seen so much hatred and so much war, we are going to have to treat the Palestinian people with respect and dignity.
They have to earn respect. They have to act dignified.
It's
You don't. These are not things. These are not things.
Like I just need to be respected. Just respect everyone.
These are not things that are bestowed upon people. That's the problem with the whole narrative. You want us to bestow them with respect. No, you earn respect. You don't just get it because you exist.
I don't find them very respectable, so fuck them.
Fucking ridiculous. All right, that's enough of you, Sanders.
Yeah, whatever.
That was depressing.
Yeah. It is sad. But, honestly, when it comes to this election cycle, I don't agree with any of the candidates on Islam. I think they're all ass backwards.
One way or another, they're all fucked.
Either it's treat all Muslims with respect and Islam is peaceful, or let's just carpet bomb everyone. Just fuck everyone, It's like, okay, well, does anyone have, a legitimate, serious political opinion on this? Oh, no. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, no. Again, I love that. Ted Cruz is so fucking retarded. He said we should carpet bomb the Middle East. A technique that hasn't been used since the 1960s. Yeah, that's a good idea. There's a reason we stopped doing that. We've gotten much better at dropping bombs. We no longer need to carpet bomb Ted Cruz. Stop being a moron.